D1NZ D1NZ, brought to you by TBC Performance Wheels, The Rock FM, Link ECU, High Tech Oils and Club Auto Insurance.
Welcome to the show. It's an action-packed one, so strap yourself in. Coming up, we hit pit lane with Steve and the drivers.
We take a lap with Fanger Dan around the concrete jungle.
Then it's battle time. Highlights from round 2 of the D1NZ Pro Championship.
It's time now to take a hot lap with Fanger Dan in the Century Batteries Holden Commodore. Our top qualifier from last week's show, and it's a short track, but lots of aggression required. 4 outside clipping points. The judges are calling for a smooth arc around all the walls and a precise switch right here to switch back into the final wall ride.
Plenty of throttle, getting the rear as close as possible to the outside zones to score maximum points, and that is a lap of Baypark thanks to GoPro. Time now to hit pit lane and catch up with the drivers in the Link ECU pit walk.
Nico Reed, mate, how's it going out there today?
Yeah, car's feeling great, beautiful weather. Just can't wait to get into the battles. It's real hot out there, but car seems to be loving it, so yeah, let's get into these battles.
All right, mate, look, tell me, are we going to see us sticking it on the wall come battle time?
Hopefully we stick it to the wall, not in the wall.
Stick it to the wall, not in the wall. Look, mate, how's it going out there, mate? You enjoying it here up in the sun, Baypark?
Yeah, man, for sure. The weather's really turned on for today, and yeah, the track's feeling really good. There's plenty of grip out there, so it's awesome.
So where did you end up finishing? I mean, you were sort of mid-pack at one stage?
Yeah, I was thinking about 24th. Yeah.
That's actually not a good place to be finishing, is it?
Definitely not the best place to be, but hey, we tried to play it pretty safe with the walls and that, but yep, it is what it is, so that's where we are.
How are you, buddy? How's it going today?
Yeah, great. Loving the new car.
Yeah, I was going to say new car, like fresh one out there, and you brought it to a concrete place.
Yeah, it was not the best idea, but you know, we're here.
The car's looking fast. You're looking fast. Big smoke.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Just trying to get the foot flat and stick it to the wall, really.
Loving it. All right, mate. Hey, which one are we going to talk to first? All right, Troy, mate. It's looking good out there.
Yeah, it was good. Last run spun, obviously. Really unfortunate. We just had a little problem with the auto control valve. It actually come off, so we had no boost. But hey, it's been going solid all day. It's really up to me at the end of the day.
So who wants to be first? Who qualified higher this time?
Joe did.
Okay, well then we'll go to Jody. How's it going today?
It's actually a lot of fun. I'm having fun out there with the car, and it's still a big learning curve. We've got a whole new setup in there, so a couple of gremlins to iron out, but yeah, it's so much fun.
Mate, it's great to be home, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is, man. It's a good day all around. The weather's come out, and I got a new nephew's just come into the world, so yeah, pretty awesome day all around for me.
Big crowd.
Yeah, big crowd, man. I try and walk through there, and everyone's, hey, we're gonna get a photo and even like that. So, it's good, man. They keep rolling in the door as well, and so yeah, pretty pumped.
He wants his shirt off. I love this.
Oh.
Live free or die. I love it.
Yeah, it's been great so far, man. The track's a lot of fun. All the fans are awesome, and it's hot as hell.
So you're enjoying it here? I mean, like yesterday was a shocker. Today we brought on the sun.
So yeah, yes, it's talking about two extremes. Yesterday was a total monsoon, and the track was super difficult to drive. And today it's just the sun's pounding down, and I can't wait to get a sunburn.
You had provisional pole for maybe 10 runs, and then the Kiwi boys, they came back and pegged that back.
Yeah, I expected that. I knew my first lap wasn't gonna hold first place or even top 5. So I just went out there, tried to do as best I could under some pressure, and Are we fair? We're qualified, so we're happy.
Time for one more? Have we got time for one more? We do. So you're learning how to say bro, sweet as, and all those things here that us, silly Kiwis use?
Yeah, love it.
And you've worked out that it's not thongs, it's jandals?
Nah, thongs. First time we come over for one round. Love this place. The atmosphere, driving flat out into a wall, threw some water in with it yesterday, so it was even more challenging. It keeps the blood pumping. We love it. Aussie.
Oi, nah, stop it. Round number 2, the D1NZ D1NZ National Drifting Championship.
Coming up after the break, it's door-to-door action. Highlights from round 2 of the Pro Championship Top 32.
Welcome back to highlights from round 2 of the D1NZ D1NZ National Drifting Championship from ASB Baypark Stadium in Tauranga. And it was a bumper crowd and force enjoying the day of Bay of Plenty sunshine.
Kicking off the top 32, it was the supercharged BSR 350Z of Brad Smith grabbing victory over Dylan Woolhouse, who had a moment with the wall in the NZKW C35.
Troy Jenkins took a win over Ben Wilkinson, who made a mistake at clip 2. Rattling Motorsport Shane Allen taking victory with a good chase on Drew Donovan.
Bruce Tannock couldn't shake off a hard charge from Dana Templeman, the 2JZ E46 BMW taking a win into the top 16.
Shane Giles losing a bumper on entry in his battle against Australian Michael Prosnick. The V8 S13 taking victory over the 2JZ Sylvia.
It was a committed entry from American international Ryan Turek, pulling a gap on Aidan Omnett in the 2JZ Toyota's Gallant GT86. Unfortunately, though, it was a big mistake from Turek, gifting advantage to Omnett.
Turek didn't give up chase, though, trying to stay in contention, but there wasn't enough points left to offer. Omnett moving through to the top 16.
Adam Hedges in the Seas Garage Nankang S14 took victory over local star Jody Verholst in the Milwaukee Tools GT86 Supra, the 4-cylinder taking the win.
Another local driver, Dave Steadman, takes the win over Gaz Grove in the CMP Constructions S15. A great lead, but disadvantaged after the first pass. Steadman takes victory.
Joe Marshall and Jaron Olive Corona and the pair of RBs battled it out. The Team ATJ Evergreen Tyres 180SX was the one that came victorious. Jaron making a big mistake there at clipping point 2.
Fangin and Woolhouse in the Century Batteries Commodore takes the win over Brad Smith after Smith takes a shallow line in the first sector of the custom drift course.
It's top 16 action here, and Troy Jenkins and the Team ATJ Evergreen Tyres S15 of Tom Marshall battled it out. It was Tom Marshall who took victory over the Brian Roberts towing Nissan S15.
Contact between Dana Templeman and the E46 BMW and Drift King, our current champion, Darren Kelly in the High-Tech Oils R34 Skyline. It would be Templeman that would go through.
Cole Armstrong, the local man in the V-Energy 250 GT Skyline, leading out Australian international Michael Prosnick. A fantastic chase there from the CSR S13, but contact, Cole Armstrong spinning out in front of him, and that handed him the victory.
A battle between the two Team Mimico drivers, Adam Davies and Dave Steadman, battling it out. Adam Davies spins, though, gifting his teammate the win. But both drivers were back out on track in the second pass to put on a show for their local crowd.
Team ATJ's Joe Marshall and the Evergreen Tyres 180SX. It's a pair of RBs here with Nico Reed and the Evergreen Tyres Nissan S15 coming through with a fantastic chase run to take victory into the top 8.
It was a battle for the first time between the two Rattler teammates, the Gulf Western Oils Falcon of Shane Allen, Kurt Whitaker in the Skyline. This battle would go OMT with Whitaker taking advantage into the top 8.
Yeah, fantastic chase here from the Autoshore R34 right off the back of young Shane Allen. Pretty cool to see the teammates out there battling for the first time.
Well, this sets out our battle tree for the top 8. On the left-hand side of the tree, Daniel Woolhouse will go up against Tom Marshall, Kurt Whitaker versus Dana Templeman.
On the other side, we'll have Michael Prosnick and Adam Hedges, and Dave Steedman and young Nico Reed.
Well, fantastic atmosphere at ASB Baypark, getting ready for our top 8 battles.
First up, it'll be Dan Woolhouse in the Century Batteries Holden Commodore and the young Tom Marshall in the Evergreen Tyres Nissan S15. I'll tell you what, Fang and Dan, though, bit of a mentor to the Team ATJ boys. The Evergreen Tyres S15 coming in with a good chase run here, and the V8 leading out in front.
Big smoke out of that VE Holden Commodore, 860 horsepower as he sticks it right on the wall.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there too from Marshall as he put a wheel right on the lane on that inside apex, so then he needs to be out on the wall on that wide smooth line. So what can he do here in the lead? Fangadad committing to a big chase, but contact with the wall. The Century Batteries Commodore, there's bumpers flying off, and Tom Marshall, you'd have to say, will hold a big advantage right now because a big hit with the wall, Steve, is a big points deduction.
That it is, Kenny. We'll go to the High-Tech Oils replay, and there it is, the contact between the two drivers.
Fantastic shots there from our co-pros, and Fangadad just bumper car stuff really as Tom Marshall loses his bumper. Well, that puts Marshall through now. It's Kurt Whitaker and Dainham Templeman, the V8 out in front, the inline 6 turbo in the rear.
Whitaker looking to gap Templeman in the E46 BMW, but Templeman closes the gap right up as they come into that switching point, the only right-hander of the track.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. It's a very short track, but a lot of stuff going on inside the cockpit and plenty of smoke there from the Autosure R34. I tell you what, though, Dainham Templeman really caught up to him. That turbo, once it was spilled, all 1,200 horsepower unleashed in the chase. But I tell you what, Kurt Whitaker here putting on a bit of a good chase run on Dainham as well.
Watching the switch by these two drivers, Whitaker clouded in smoke as Templeman drives out, booking a spot in the top 4.
Fantastic stuff from the NAC E46 BMW. Now it's a pair of Sylvias, Nico Reed and Dave Steedman. The Evergreen Tyres RB 25-powered Sylvia out in front, and Dave Steedman, the local man, in the RB 30-powered Mimico S14.
A straight line to avoid hitting the wall gives the advantage to Nico Reed and the Evergreen Tyres S15.
Yeah, this is good stuff from Nico. Fantastic lead run here. Unfortunate for Dave to be putting on a big mistake there in front of a hometown. What can he do in the second pass, though?
Well, we see the mistake there in the High-Tech Oils replay. That straight line to avoid hitting the concrete wall.
Yeah, unfortunately, that will give him a 0. So Nico Reed, a 10-0 advantage. But look at this. Dave Steedman answers back. A fantastic entry in the Mimico S14, but he can't hold it together. Nico Reed's got nowhere to go, and big contact there.
Now it's going to be a big call by the judges. Who made that contact? Who is going to be the winner of this battle here? But it will be Nico Reed that goes through.
Yeah, that's right. This is where it all goes wrong. You'll see there, Steedman actually makes a bit of a mistake, slows it up, gives it a kick in the clutch, tries to recover it, but huge door-to-door contact there from Nico Reed and Dave Steedman. Fantastic onboard shot. Nico through to the top 4.
Adam Hedges versus Michael Prosnick, the Australian driver, big on the smoke, tries to come right underneath him.
Yeah, fantastic hard-charging chase run here. It's 4-cylinder versus supercharged V8. Adam Hedges battling engine dramas, though. You can hear that car's just not on song, but he's still doing everything he can out in the lead. Now, this battle went OMT, Steves. These two just could not be separated by the judges, and in fact, they went sudden death because, as you can see right here, Adam Hedges answered back in the OMT and putting on another fantastic chase run.
Adam Hedges for the first time running nitrous oxide under the bonnet of that S14.
Fantastic action here at Baypark. It was definitely one of the most popular battles of the night. Adam Hedges, Michael Prosnick, Kiwi versus Aussie, 4-cylinder versus V8, the 4-cylinder out in front, and Michael Prosnick again putting on a pretty good committed chase run here in the CSR S13, all the way from Melbourne, Australia, but the Team C's carriage S14 of Adam Hedges just holding it together there, doing everything he can out in the lead to try and hold the advantage. I tell you what, Steve, it just keeps going.
Sparks are flying as they come through this first section of the course. The CS Garrett S14 of Adam Hedges. This will be their last time of the OMT. We have to find a winner.
That's right, Steve. It's sudden death, but unfortunately for Hedges, that final chase run just not coming together. You see a little look back from Prosnick, and I think he has it in the bag. Prosnick through to the top 4.
Well, it's top 4 time for the Demon Energy D1NZ round 2 from Baypark. On the left-hand side of the tree, it'll be Tom Marshall versus Dainham Templeman.
On the other side, it's Australian international Michael Prosnick, and of course the young hard charger Nico Reed in the Evergreen Tyres S15. First up, though, Marshall and Templeman.
Battling for a spot on the final, Tom Marshall, this is his first top 4, but going up against the 1,200 horsepower NAC Insurance E46 BMW.
Yeah, that's right, Dainham Templeman, a former circuit racer, brand new chassis this season, but then you got Tom Marshall is just his second year in the Pro Championship. That Evergreen Tyres S15 looking strong, but that big monster power 2JZ in the rear just hanging in there in the chase.
So it'll be Templeman to lead in this second pass. Templeman gapping Marshall, trying to drive away with it. You see the huge smoke, 1,200 horsepower, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that's right. He's also got the NOS bottle. Unsure if he's using it this weekend with all the concrete. Unfortunately, though, for Tom Marshall, that proximity just didn't do him any favours, and that put Dainham Templeman through to the final.
The Evergreen Tyres S15 of Nico Reed. He's side by side, slight contact possibly with Australian Michael Prosnick. Shallow line and pulls up.
Yeah, it's pretty much all over for Michael Prosnick, unfortunately. And this is a battle for the other spot in the final. Nico Reed doing a pretty solid job there out in the lead. Prosnick, though, it's just all over. The supercharged V8 S13 just struggling in the chase, and he got it all wrong on the entry, Steve.
As we look at the High-Tech Oils replay, there was contact early on, and you see Prosnick shallow, as well as putting a left front wheel over the yellow line.
Yes, a big disadvantage. I think he just overcommitted on that chase. Perhaps missed a gear, unsure, but it puts him at a big disadvantage. Nico Reed now thrown a lifeline.
Yeah, Nico Reed could have chosen to take it shallow, but he's the king of the battle, getting right up under Michael Prosnick as they come through the switch section. The only right-hander at Baypark this weekend. Nico Reed is going to come and book himself a place in the final.
Fantastic stuff there from young Nico Reed, qualifying down in P6, but he is now in for a shot up against Dainham Templeman. Dainham Templeman qualified down the order too, so Dainham Templeman and Nico Reed will battle for first and second. Tom Marshall and Australian Michael Prosnick will battle for third and fourth.
And it's Prosnick versus Marshall on screen. The ATJ Evergreen Tyres S15 leads the way over Australian Michael Prosnick.
Michael Prosnick putting on a committed chase run here. He's just been a hard charger all night. One of the popular drivers here tonight at ASB Baypark. But look at the young Tom Marshall with the Evergreen Tyres S15 holding it down for the RB30s, the straight 6 turbo, and then the big supercharged V8 just putting the hammer down towards the end of the section.
As we see the second pass, Michael Prosnick will lead. You'd almost think that he would have a slight points advantage after that first pass, Kenny.
Yeah, pretty good chase run there from Michael Prosnick. But then look at this. Tom Marshall's team ATJ answers back, gets right up in there on that rear quarter. It's a pretty good chase run here from the Evergreen S15. And Steve, this is going to go to a rerun.
That's right, Kenny. It's V8s versus turbos all night long at ASB Baypark Stadium as we see the drone shot from above.
The High-Tech Oils replay, and this is where Marshall just answers back, puts the chase down on that rear quarter of the Supreme Caravans S13. What's going to happen now? Marshall, this is OMT time. He's got another chance to prove something to the judges.
And a big issue for Michael Prosnick, hitting the concrete wall, backing the car in, is going to give it away to Tom Marshall in the Evergreen Tyres S15.
Yeah, it's been a big night for Prosnick. He calls it a night. He smokes a set of tyres before the battle's even over, and that hands third place to Tom Marshall.
Unfortunately, with Tom, we bent something down there that spun us into the wall, but I don't care. Rip a skid, blew an axle, just burn it to the ground, to the next one. We'll rebuild me back.
Rightio, ATJ Tom Marshall, mate, on the podium here, round 2 ASB Baypark. What a night.
I reckon I'm stoked. Can't thank the crew enough. My car was going awesome, all my sponsors. Yeah, stoked with the results.
Well, it has come to this, the final battle at ASB Baypark for round 2 of the Demon Energy D1NZ National Drifting Championship Series. Would you believe it? Young Nico Reed and Dainham Templeman together in the final. They're not championship contenders, but I tell you what, both of them will be after this round, Steve.
That's right, Nico Reed putting on a great lead run first up, with Dainham Templeman looking like he's just put a wheel over as he comes through that sector.
Yeah, pretty telling, and another wheel there too, trying to put that chase run on the Evergreen Tyres S15 of young Nico Reed. Will go to the High-Tech Oils replay, and there you'll see it, Steve.
Right over.
In fact, it's 2 wheels, so it's a 0 for Dainham Templeman. I wonder if he knows they've got comms. Unfortunately, it's going to be all on him to try pull something out of the bag here, but Nico Reed, he is looking pretty strong right now.
Well, let's go to the second pass now. Dainham Templeman will lead Nico Reed. This will be the final battle of the night. Templeman, he's got to try and create a mistake from Nico.
But Nico is not giving up. He's right on that rear quarter. He's lost in the smoke, but he's still committed. He's definitely driving blind.
I think he's done enough, Kenny. I think that's enough for Nico Reid to taste his first victory.
Yeah, wouldn't it be magic to see him top the podium? I tell you what, he is looking like the hot favourite right now. It was a 0 from Daneham. He had to make a mistake here as we take a look at the High-Tech Oils replay. He's trying to force a mistake from Nico. There's not much you can do, though, because otherwise the points advantage goes the other way. But a fantastic effort there from Daneham. There's not a lot you can do in the lead, and I'll tell you what, it's looking pretty good for the former Pro-Am Development Series champion.
D1NZ D1NZ National Drifting Championship Round 2, the winner, Nico Reid. Dana Templeman in second, from Tom Marshall in third.
It's a fantastic battle I just had with Nico, and I'm really pleased that he won. It's been a long time coming for him, but this gives us a lot of momentum going into Taupo, and I know this car will suit Taupo, and we're really looking forward to that one.
Well, here he is, Nico Reid, our round winner. The first time ever he's done it. He's congratulated by Brendan White, our series organiser, and it's time for champagne.
All right, Nix, you got a lot of supporters here, mate. Man, how does it feel? Your first ever win in the Pro Championship.
Yeah, it feels great to stand on that top step. First time ever standing there. To all my sponsors and family.
Mate, you got a lot of friends and family here, bro. I mean, that must feel unreal.
Yeah, it's central for my whānau to make it here. Cheap enough for gas to get here. They're here.
All right, looking forward to Taupo.
Yeah, looking forward to Taupo and Daigo Saite.
All right, bring it on.
Well, congratulations to Nico Reid on that round win, but the points so far, Daniel Woolhouse, 166 points, leads Kurt Whitaker from Nico Reid, taking a big jump up.
Yeah, Nico Reid also calling out world number 1 Daigo Saito, who will be making his way to New Zealand for the first time. Join us on next week's show. All the action from Taupo.
The D1NZ D1NZ, brought to you by TBC Performance Wheels, The Rock FM, Link ECU, High-Tech Oils and Club Auto Insurance.